Morgan Tremaine has absolutely humiliated Elaine after she got fired by Amber Heard. That's right, Amber is onto hiring brand new attorneys for herself as she has appealed to the court regarding the verdict of the FairFax Virginia trial. For reasons yet to be made clear, since there are quite a lot, as to why Amber decided to go with not the woman who defended her throughout the infamous legal battle against Johnny Depp. Morgan Tremaine, on the other hand, is ready to rub salt in the wounds of Elaine as he has humiliated her after getting fired by Amber Heard. Keep watching to know more.
Video was shown at this trial.
I was alerted by a friend that that TMZ was being kind of talked about in this trial, and so I had seen a clip of that.
So what did Morgan actually say when left Elaine Bredehoff to hide face, as she felt really humiliated, as if the humiliation from getting fired by Amber wasn't enough for her? But what did Morgan say? Morgan went all in and tweeted via his official Twitter account. So Bestie got fired and replaced with lawyers from the same firm that failed to stop me from testifying. Do I have that right? Whoa, that is harsh, even for us, even though we are just repeating what he said. Imagine how Elaine must have felt after she read this tweet. But of course, for those of you who feel like they don't understand what Morgan Tremaine really meant when he tweeted what he did, here's the simple version of it all. The new lawyers that Amber has hired are from the very same firm who showed up at the Depp versus Heard trial and tried to shut Morgan's testimony down. Quite evidently, they failed to do so. Additionally, Ben Chu during the trial also mentioned working with these lawyers before. So let's narrow it down. Does Amber really think that hiring lawyers who tried to show up and tried to shut down a testimony really got her a win this time? Well, we'll see about that.
Okay, you know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
I can ask that question.
Oh, ruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in a target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now, are you aware that...
Similarly, netizens have quite a bit of feedback to offer on the entire scenario. A user tweeted, "I hope Elaine sues AH and her insurance company, $6 million unpaid legal bill. Somehow, don't feel this is the last we've seen of Elaine." While another user expressed, "No matter how this appeal goes, the world still know that AH is a lying abuser and Johnny Depp has been vindicated and he's a domestic violence survivor."
And that's because she was demonized here. A number of things were allowed in this court that should not have been allowed.
As for Amber's new legal team, here's a little insight to it all. On August 15th, Heard retained a new appellate attorney, as we already know that Elaine Bredehoff will no longer be handling the case. After Bredehoff's official departure, the matter was handled by David L. Axelrod and J. Ward Brown of Bellard Spar, who successfully defended the New York Times against Sarah Palin's defamation lawsuit earlier this year. In a joint statement, Brown and Axelrod said, "We welcome the opportunity to represent Ms. Heard in this appeal, as it is a case with important First Amendment implications for every American. We're confident the appellate court will apply the law properly without deference to popularity, reverse the judgment against Ms. Heard, and reaffirm the fundamental principles of freedom of speech." Ben Rottenborn, Heard's current attorney, will join Brown and Axelrod in the case, although Bredehoff claimed that the appeal provided the best occasion to pass the baton, at least for her. She continued, "I have pledged to Amber and her appellate team my complete cooperation and assistance as they move forward on a path towards success. While we do think Elaine got it done right for herself, that she no longer has to resonate herself with the toxicity Amber has been forcing her to present in court, her humiliation by Morgan Tremaine still is a huge setback for her as a person."
And help the appellate attorneys with some of the evidence that he knows so well, and to your point, could be back in the mix.
That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.